If I had to pick one scatter wrap body style to fish Lake of the Woods during the scatter wrap challenge, either the minnow, the crank, the shad, or the countdown, I'd pick the shad. And the reason is simple. Fish bite on a shad-shaped bait in that lake all year long, spring, summer, and fall. Fishing Lake of the Woods from Kenora to Baudette in 5 days, that'd be quite a challenge. Why? Because watercolor. You're going to see everything from very clear to very dark and indeed murky. Structurally, you can have weed growth or you can have a lot of sand rocks. So fishing your way down there, depending on what you want to catch, is surely a challenge. So you're going to have to be, if anything, it's versatile.
Fishing from Kenora to Baudette in 5 days, that's going to be the biggest challenge because there's so much water. There's so much structure, there's islands, there's big water, and of course there's lots of species of fish.
You know, Lake of the Woods has massive flats, anywhere from shallow water down to about 8 or 9 foot, whether you're talking big boulder fields, mixed cobble rocks, big weed beds. And the real key to a Lake of the Woods is combing these expansive flats in a scatter wrap with that erratic behavior. Sweeping it over the tops of those big flats will be really key for catching a lot of different species of fish.
Lake of the Woods is a world-class fishery because of the diversity it offers. Not only does it offer tremendous species diversity from some of the biggest muskies in the world to great lake trout fishing, of course the walleye fishing is off the charts. You've even got lake sturgeon in the lake, big whitefish, tullabies, smallmouth, largemouth, crappies, perch, you name it. The fish is in Lake of the Woods and they're big. It's just a never-ending place of good-looking spots to fish. It's one of my favorite fisheries in the world, no doubt about it.
Of the 5 to 20 mile section of Lake of the Woods being fished, my personal favorite is from Kenora down 20 miles. The reason for that is simple. It's fantastic smallmouth fishing, it's fantastic walleye fishing, and I've had an incredible muskie bite every time I'm up there in that section of the lake.
My favorite has to be from Kenora to the northwest angle. It seems like everywhere you turn, not only does the structure look good, but it holds lots of fish.
If I had to pick one color for the scatter wrap challenge, I'd have to say perch. It is the most common prey fish available, and all the fish, no matter whether you're a muskie or a crappie or a largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, you're going to eat a perch, and I guess that would give you the best chance.
If I had to pick one body style of scatter wrap for Lake of the Woods, for me it'd have to be a shad. I'm a walleye fisherman at heart, and walleyes love shad style baits.
If I was going to target pike, my approach would be to cover as much water as I possibly could. I'd look for a lot of rocky points, that good broken rock that time of year that Woods offers, there's so much of, would be ideal places to find those big jacks, and especially if you could find something like that outside of weedy bays. From my experience up there this time of year, there definitely can be big pike in the weeds, and it's something I'd probably look at, but just the sheer mass of water that you've got to cover, I'd spend a lot of the time trolling. I'd put that scatter wrap minnow on, I'd throw it out behind the boat, and I'd start trolling a lot of those broken rock points or any broken rock reefs, anything that's adjacent to those big weed beds, and it seems like a lot of the bigger pike, from my experience, have come off of those types of spots.
If I were going to target bass during the scatter wrap challenge, I would pick secondary points. A lot of these fish are pre-spawned, so if you find one, you're going to find a lot of them in an area, and just keep working those areas. Go through pods of fish until they're done, and then just simply keep working on.
If I was going to target walleyes, my approach would be simple. I would take the scatter wrap shad and I would cast it on windswept points or points with current passing over the end of it. I'd concentrate in depths of 3 to 6 feet of water. And you want to know something? I'm going to get bit.